Greeting, dear listeners, and thank you for tuning in for this new episode of Post War. Today, I will be sharing the story of how I moved from Syria to Istanbul, Turkey. My name is Mansour Musalli, and I'm 27 years old. I currently work at the United Nations Migration Agency, IOM. I left Syria when I was 19 years old, and while doing so, I had mixed feelings because, as much as I wanted to leave a country whose situation was worsening by the day, I knew I was going to miss it. Going to Istanbul was a mix of choice and obligation because I knew that I had to leave Syria at some point, and at the time, Syrian nationals did not need a visa to enter Turkey, which made it easy and convenient. So I took a flight from Beirut to Istanbul, and that was the first step of my new solo journey. At uni, everyone was very nice and welcoming. There was a lot of international students, which created a great multicultural atmosphere. Same thing for my professional life. Working at the UN allows me to constantly meet interesting and like-minded people. So because of the acquaintances I made during university and at work, I managed to build up a big network of nice friends, which can be quite difficult for Syrians in Turkey. There is currently more than 4 million Syrian refugees here, and because of the bad economic situation, inflation, increase in rent prices, many Turks aren't happy with that. So racism and sometimes even violence are on the rise, and deportation is a subject that's always making headlines. When I first left Syria, I told myself that I would come back soon to visit my family and friends, but when I look back at that memory, I feel that this thought is becoming less and less realistic. Still, I would love, of course, to go back and visit, but everyone who's there or went to visit told me that it's unfortunately changed a lot and that I wouldn't recognize it anymore. The only project I'm currently working on is to enjoy myself, travel as much as possible, spend time and create nice memories with my friends and family. Describing Syria in a single word won't be easy, but if I had to choose, I would say resilience, because despite what's been going on, people always found a way to stay positive. They always helped each other and always worked and studied really hard despite the challenges. My best memory would be walking around Aleppo with my friends and eating good food along the way. It might sound very simple, but yet I think it's very significant. Thank you for listening, and thank you, Emil, for this opportunity and for creating this podcast.